Hey, Flosstube. It's your girl Alexis. I'm already bumping tables. Sorry. It's your girl Alexis back for Flosstube number 8. I know it's been a while since I have made a Flosstube. Sorry, I'm staring at my. Well, before we even get to that, I know it's been a while, but let's just shout out for one thing first. Is shout out to Betty White. I know she passed away yesterday, and in honor of her, I am drinking coffee out of my Golden Girls mug, and it just says "Stay Golden." And Betty White was like literally an icon, an amazing person, and I have loved Betty White for as long as I can remember, like watching all of her, like growing up watching all of her TV shows and movies. My dad was a big fan of hers. So we grew up watching Betty White, and I always just felt kind of connected to her. There's a couple people that are famous that like I always felt really connected to, even though I had never met them. And Betty White was one, and Prince was number 2. I cried probably for like a month when Prince died, and I'm gonna try not to cry on this video because we're here for cross stitch, we're not here for tears. And so yeah, when Betty White passed away yesterday, me and my wife were quite saddened by that news, but we know she lived a long and amazing life, and she did so much. So it's like, thank you for gracing us with your presence. I say some people are put on this earth to like literally do what they do, and that's like bring joy and happiness to some people. And I feel that very strongly about like Prince and his music. It really touched me about Betty White and her comedy and just what she brought as a woman, as an actress, as an actor, you know, like just all those wonderful things. And Robin Williams, I loved him, if not more than both of them. So yeah, just shout out to Betty White. I hope she rests in peace and her family is, you know, dealing with this as best they can. Yeah, so love you, Betty. We're thinking about you, girl. All the way down here on earth, we are thinking about you. So yeah, shout out to Betty White. And then let's get into some other stuff. So the reason why I have, let me try to turn you guys, hold on. Because I feel like, there we go. I feel like I'm out of center. Oh, let's scoop myself over. Oh, this body. Okay, here we go. Okay, so one of the reasons why I have not been on Instagram or really active on Instagram or on Flosstube for the last couple weeks is because I personally had some tragedies in my life over the last 4 weeks. I'm gonna try not to cry, guys. Okay, so right after I made my video in the beginning of December, I found out my grandpa passed away that, I think I loaded my video on like a Saturday or Sunday, and my grandpa passed away that following Friday. And then in the midst of trying to like get all my grandpa stuff, you know, dealt with and dealing with my mom and her family, because my mom's side of the family, a week later on Friday, maybe yeah, a week and maybe some change, because the following Friday, I think it was a week later. Yeah, it had to be. My grandma passed away on my mom's side a week later on Friday. And then just recently, about a week after my grandma passed away, my mom's oldest brother also passed away. So I had 3 deaths in the family, like back to back to back. Sorry, I'm like, something is sticking me. Hold on, guys. There you go. Okay. So yeah, I had 3 deaths in the family back to back to back, and it was just really tough time. So I took a break from Instagram and from Flosstube and kind of honestly from like the world. I haven't seen like a lot of my friends. I haven't like, you know, I just been kind of like dealing with the passing of my family members just with myself and my wife and my crafts, which is actually, I have a large stack of finishes here because I was like sad stress stitching, but that's what I do when I'm sad. I kind of just like go into like not protective mode, but kind of protective mode, right? Like we have to protect our feelings and our thoughts and how we're like, you know, and like being able to work through them. So I kind of went into like shut down protective mode and just like stitched and hung out at the house. I think I took some days off work. Yeah, so it's just been a long 3 weeks, but I'm feeling much better. Lots of talking, lots of crying, lots of stitching, and time, you know, time. I tell people all the time, like when you lose somebody and you lose family members or friends or people you care about, it's never that you really truly like get over the loss. You kind of just learn to live with the loss, and the loss becomes easier and easier every day. So I say time heals all in that sense, right? Like time gives us the ability to make it through each day, every day. So like I said, time heals all, and I will be back to my annoying and bubbly and overly excitable self in no time. So yeah, so I'm feeling good today, and I've been feeling good the last couple days, and then Betty White, right? So, but besides that, I've been feeling really good. I've been feeling really happy, and yeah, and I want to get into some stitching stuff, because that's what you guys are here for. You guys are not here for my sad, life melodramatics, but I just want to tell you guys where I had been, because I know I had posted and it's been like a month. So, and I'm pretty active on like Instagram and on YouTube, and I'm pretty good about sticking to my 2-week routine. But yeah, so I will be catching up, getting back out in the world and getting back into like communicating. I know a lot of people have reached out to me via Instagram, via my DMs, and I think I responded to everybody. If I missed your DM, then I'm really sorry, but I will get to it and respond. But thank you, everybody who's reached out, everybody who sent positive thoughts my way, anybody who said kind words. I like, seriously, I appreciate it. You guys make my day. And some people like were really just like went above and beyond to like just make sure I was okay, and I really appreciated that. I also noticed over the last couple weeks I had a spike in subscribers, so I want to say thank you. I also want to say hello to all of my new subscribers. Welcome to this hot mess. I promise 99% of these videos are not this dramatic, okay? And the other 7 are like not sad in any capacity. And then I want to say thank you to all my previous subscribers who have hung out while I have not been posting, and yeah, checking on me and all that great stuff. So thank you guys. Well, thank you all, because you all are amazing humans, and I absolutely adore you. And what's today? Today is the 1st. Today is 2022. So we're going into 2022 with a new outlook on life. I'm not putting any resolutions out there, because a month from now you'll catch me like eating a bag of Cheetos and I'm like, I was trying to be on a diet. So instead of new resolutions, we're going to just put good vibes out there for a good year, for more financial wealth, for more like body positivity, for more stitching, for whatever it is that you're looking for in the year 2022. I'm putting those energies out there for you, because 2021 was trash, 2020 was trash, 2019 was cool. So the last 2 years have been rough. So we're going to go into 2022 like refresh, because nobody has energy to be doing this all over again. So yeah, so putting those vibes out there for you guys. And if you're looking for something in 2022, I really hope you get it, right? I really hope that you're able to get what it is you're looking for in 2022. But let's talk about stitching, because I have a lot. I have a lot. I mean, I'm not ashamed. You guys know I'm not ashamed of the amount of stuff I buy. So let's just get into it. Okay, so let's start with finishes, because that's what I spent the last like 3 weeks doing. Is like, I pulled out all my WIPs and I was like, what can I finish? Like, I was like channel my inner Michelle Bendy, because she like went on a finishing kick this last year, and I was like, oh, Michelle, how are you? She's like, I'm just on a finishing kick. And I'm like, I'll never be there. I'm always going to start everything. But then I started like, I got like focused, and I was like, what can I finish by the end of the year? Like, what can I actually finish? Have I like focused? What could I finish? And I was like, oh, I can pull out a couple projects. So I pulled out 4 projects that I knew that I could, like, if I just stitched monogamously and if I just buckled down and did what I was supposed to do, your girl could finish them. So I pulled them out and I literally stitched on them all day. So I took them to work. Well, I took 2 to work. The other 2 I didn't take to work because they were too big. But I took them to work. I stitched them right at work. Sometimes I was stitching at work. Like, you know, I wasn't supposed to be stitching. Like, my lunch break was like an hour. I stitched for like 2. I was like, nobody's coming to look for me. You know, like, so I put a lot of work into them. And yeah, I got 4 finishes. And then I do have a previous finish that I actually finished prior to Christmas, but I didn't get to show you guys because I was not on Flosstube. So let me start with that one, because it's technically a Christmas finish. Okay, so I finished one last pillow for my Christmas display. And it is a pattern by Puntini. And it says Sweet Holidays. And all of her patterns, I don't think she sells hers. Well, she just started selling her patterns digitally. But when you buy her patterns, like kitted up with a pattern, she also sends like the button. I don't know if you could order buttons from her Etsy shop right now. I know she uploaded pins, like her pins that you can put in her pillows. But I'm not sure about like the buttons that she sells with her patterns. So I finished it up. It's a big, nice-sized pillow. Stitched on, I'm not sure what this linen is, honestly, because it's a scrap piece of linen. And it's a piece of linen that I actually hated on stitching on. I think it's a scrap from the other piece that I hated stitching on. I should really just throw that linen away. But it was fine. I think it's a 28. I'm going to say 28 or 32. If you guys can see, tell me what you guys think. It looks like a 28, but not 100% sure. And I stitched it with the call for colors. And I finished it like this. Okay, so normally I do my pillows. I sew 3 sides, stuff, you know, leave one side open, stuff it, and then close it up with an invisible stitch or whip stitch. But I wanted to try like that technique where people like stitch all four sides, cut a hole, stuff it, and then put a patch over it. And I tried, it's fine. It works just fine. But I had to figure out like, one, I didn't cut the hole the right way. It was like kind of big and crooked. And then I had to find a patch big enough. And then I was like, well, I don't really have any fun patches. I just have like, I could just cut a square. And then I put the square on and it just looked kind of boring. So then I glued a button on just to give it, I don't know, make it look less boring. And I was thinking about maybe cutting like felt shapes like hearts or triangles or like, I don't know, just to give it a little bit more like something more interesting versus just a big ass square. You know what I mean? So I like it. It looks really cute. And this just because I added the button, I think it just matches the pattern. But yeah, next time I try like this technique, I'm going to try like a smaller cut and then maybe like some kind of like shaped felt patch. Yeah. So maybe I'll just do like, I don't know, maybe always just like always do hearts. I don't know. It's a good idea. Like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I thought this was really cute. And this was up on my display for Christmas. So don't bite my fingernails, guys. I have not had time to go get my nails done. So don't judge me. I'm over here just living my best hot mess life. I put on makeup though. So I feel like I took a shower. I put on makeup. I feel like a human kind of. Like 89%. Because I have my nails done. So it's like 89%. Yeah. So that's that. It's super cute. And now it's going to get buttons for it, but my French knots aren't terrible. So I'm practicing my French knots. I think ever since I did the Alice in Wonderland, not Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz from Owl Forest, that pattern had a lot of French knots. I've kind of gotten okay with doing French knots. So yeah, that's my only fully finished item. Yeah. And then let's go into finishes. Okay. Which one do I want to show you guys first? I'll show you guys this one first. Okay, so this one was for Betsy Klager's Stupid Tumor Sow, and this is Elizabeth Adelsey by Hedgerow Stitching. I'm gonna get that right. And I stitched this up. I finished it. It's so pretty. I did my own color conversion on this with over dyes, and then some called for DMC. I think that they called, yeah, there's like they had a DMC conversion and overdye, like an overdye and then a DMC conversion. And I went through and whatever DMC I had, I pulled, and then whatever overdyes that I had that matched the DMC. Like, does that make sense? I went from like overdyed DMC to like my own overdyes, and this is what I came up with. And it's stitched on a 28 count, yeah, even weave by Color and Cotton, and the color is called Cottage Stone. Look at this DMC 500, isn't it pretty? I'm like really, actually it's one of my favorite greens. It's like a really rich green, but it looks kind of blue sometimes. Plus like a really rich green. Yeah, and I like kind of like this tonal. I don't know if I'm the only person who doesn't mind tonal, but like the tone on tone for like threads to the fabric, it does not bother me. I think it's actually really pretty, especially when it's next to something like this that's like complete contrast. I like it. When I finished it, I was like, okay, that is cute. Okay, you cute, sis. You cute. So that's what I liked about it. And I do really like the tonal. So, and then this up here was a variegated thread, which I really like, kind of went from like a peachy to a tonal. And then it's just like, I don't know, it worked out really well. So I really like that one. And that was for Betsy's Stupid Tumor Sow. Boop. So that was that one. Let me get a sip of coffee because I have not had enough coffee today. Surprisingly. You would think a girl this hyper would have coffee all day, but I have ADHD, and I find that coffee actually does the opposite for me that it would do for other people. So like for most people, like a lot of caffeine would get them all like revved up. For me, it tends to like chill me out. I wonder because my brain's already going like, I don't know, the speed of light, that there's no way caffeine can make it like go any faster. So it's like, take a chill pill, girl. Take a sip of coffee. It's warm. Relax. So I'm like, okay, coffee. I see you out here getting me calm. Okay, and then I'm going to show you guys this one because this is my oldest WIP. I know somebody had commented on my Instagram, so I posted it and I was like, this is my oldest WIP, which it really is. I started this, yeah, because I finished Wizard of Oz, and I started that in July of 2020, or finished it, and yeah, started in like June or July, and then finished it in like September. And I don't think I started anything. I think I started something in October, but I finished it. It was like a start and finish for Halloween. And then I picked up this in November, and this is the only piece I have lingering from 2020. The rest of my WIPs are all from 2021. So I was really excited to get this done. Like, I was like, oh, I mean, it was a great stitch. You guys know I love Barbara Anna, and it was such a cute stitch. I was like determined to stitch it. For some reason, I really struggled getting it done, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know why it was such a struggle for me to stitch this. And I like love this pattern, but it was anyway. It was a struggle, but it is finished, and I don't have to worry about it no more because now I'm gonna frame it and hang it up for Christmas next year. Boom. So this is Santa's Trip. Is it Trips or Santa's Trips? I'm not sure. It's either Santa's Trip or Santa's Trips with an S. And it's by Barbara Anna. And I stitched this on a 16 count Aida in the color Sage. And it's all the call for DMC. I'm going to roll it up so I can see you guys and you guys can see this up close. And that's it. It took me a year and a month to stitch it, but I got it done. Isn't it so pretty? Something about this like greenish blue is just like really pretty. And then she comboed it with a really dark red and then like a kind of bright in here, but like I don't know if it's like a sand. I don't know. It's like a peachy red. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's 3801. I think it's DMC 3801. I think it's a 3800 number. Anyway, if you're curious, just let me know. I'll let you know. But it's like a peachy reddish color, kind of blowing out because my light's really bright. We got snow finally in Colorado after the we had a bunch of big fires here, and it was really sad because it just burnt down like literally like 1,000 homes, and a few of my friends were affected and then a lot of them weren't, which is really good and a humongous blessing because that fire ripped through the main I want to say like not the like the main like metro area of Colorado, right? So like I don't know if you ever think about Colorado, but like here's Colorado. Let's just say this is Colorado. I live in Michigan, so we use the hand to do this, but let me just say this is Colorado, and I live like up here up north. Where it burnt was like Boulder, Louisville, Superior, Lafayette, and this all center area. And then if you come down a little bit, like Denver's like down here, and then you go farther out to like Centennial and everything. So it burned like 2,000 acres right here residentially. So it burned almost 1,000 homes, and I think like 40,000 people were displaced from home or evacuated. So it was terrible. And I know that Julie was in like her house was like in that area, so I reached out to her to make sure she was okay. So I think everything is on her end is okay, but we were just really worried. It was really scary, and I was like reaching out to my friends like, hey, if you guys need anything, you can come to my house. I mean, it's not huge, but I've got running water and I've got extra bedrooms, and they were like, we'll let you know. Luckily none of my friends had to come here, or none of my family members. So but it's just really sad. So if you guys want to donate, there's links for like donations. If you guys can't, I know they're still like not letting everybody into the burn areas because some of the burn areas were unsafe. So some people, I don't know if they know their house is still standing. So I think they're still like working on that. And as soon as like they're able to let people into those areas, they will. But there's a bunch of resources that I will try to link below if you guys are like inclined to donate to help rebuild, because a lot of people lost their family right before the new year. Well, not family, but their home right before the New Year's. And that has to be like the scariest, like seriously scary. So off my soapbox here, but I will put some resources in my description box below if you're interested. Okay. And then so during the last 3 weeks, I was trying to finish Dark Queen, and you guys all know that I had finished the stitching, but she still needed like eyeballs and back stitch and beading. And I was like, determined to do the tattoos. I was like, I'm going to do the tattoos. She's going to look so bomb. I want to do them. Well, I started doing the back stitch, and it was giving me heartburn from like the stress of trying to like do it correctly. I'm not like a perfectionist, but I'm kind of a perfectionist. So the fact that I couldn't figure out like exactly how to get this back stitch to look the way that Erin had done it on the like, I was like, oh. So I ended up pulling all the back stitch out. And then I saw Morgan, because Morgan, the honeybee stitcher, she did not do the back stitch, and she was like, I'm not doing back stitch. I'm not doing the tattoos. And I was like, okay, girl. Maybe I'm not going to do the tattoos either. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel so bad now. I'm not the only one. And so I was like, I'm not going to do them. So I pulled the back stitches out, and then I had never beaded anything, so I was even more terrified, because I was like, oh my God, I have to bead. I've never beaded anything. This is going to be bad. Anyway, I tried it, and I liked it, actually. I actually enjoy beading. More beaded cross stitches in my future, because I actually really enjoyed it. So let's show you. Boom. I'm not showing you the back this time, am I? No, okay. Look at her. All done and backstitch. Pearls in her trident. Hold on, I can't see. I feel like I need to see with you guys. There we go. And then big diamond in the middle of her neck with beads over here. So in the pattern, Erin had bracelets on hers, and hers were done in gold, but I didn't want to do gold because I changed all the gold out of my pattern. So I tried to do silver, and you can't really see them, but I mean, you can kind of see that they're there. And then I was struggling with the eyes. You guys all know that I had like a dilemma with the eyeballs. Like I wanted to do the eyeballs that were meant for over one, but I had Ada, and I didn't really care for the eyes that were stitched for Ada. So I just winged it. I just said, you know what? We're going to just put some eyes in, and we're going to make them look like eyeballs. So I kind of made up my own eyes. They're not perfect, but from the distance, you cannot tell. But up close, one eye's a little jankier than the other. But that's okay. When I frame her, if anybody's staring at her eye that hard, I'll be like, well, you stitch it then, you know? So she's done on all her entirety. Beautiful. All right. So I got a frame for her already. I just need to iron her. I'm going to, what do you call it? Put some interfacing on the backside. Iron her, put some interfacing on the backside. Just because I put beads in, I want to make sure the beads like stay in. And then I'm going to frame her. I have a black frame for her. I really wanted to keep the dark theme because like in my mind, like the dark queen, like I think of black and silver and kind of like morbid, I don't know, dark, like, I don't know, grungy, dark queen. So I just wanted to try to keep her as dark as I could with the sense that like she's still like a beautiful, not dark queen, but the rest of her can be dark, right? Her frame can be dark, her trident can be dark, her magic can be dark, everything else can be dark. So that's what that is. And then my last fully finished item was this. So I'm not sure if you guys remember, I had bought this from Hirschner's website, and I saw another stitcher on Flosstube stitching it, the Schoolhouse Stitcher, and she influenced me to go to Hirschners.com and purchase the pattern. So I did, and when I bought the pattern, it was all Valdani threads, and I was like, well, that's going to be a pain in the ass to get. So I ended up doing a conversion on my own with the help of Sherry from Colorado Cross Stitcher. So I went to her store to kit this up. And Julie and Betsy, they were all there. And yeah, they were all there. So they all helped me. Even though Betsy said she didn't do anything, she did. Her presence is enough. And I ended up picking my own overdyes, and I stitched it up. Isn't it pretty? I am missing one stitch, guys. So if you see that one little baby missing, I don't know what happened to it. It just came right out. So, where is it? Right there. It's missing a little stitch, but I'll put that back in. I even did, I think they're called Smyrna crosses on linen. Smyrnas. I put my initials in. It's the first time I initialed anything ever, so I don't think you can tell. I mean, you can kind of tell, but I think it fits where I put it fits in. And this is stitched on 28 count cast shell linen by, it's called Cypress, and I think it's by Fabrics by Stephanie. And I finished that up just the other day. So pretty. Oh, just in case anybody's interested, this is on a 16 count Ada that was meant for this pattern. I bought it from Under the Sea Fabrics. So yeah, she's done. She's pretty. I love my conversion. I have it. If anybody bought this pattern and they're interested in a conversion from Valdani to overdyes, I have that. And I also have a DMC conversion because I converted it like Valdani to DMC and then DMC to overdye. That's how I did it. I don't know why I do it like that, but I did. But isn't it pretty? Can you guys see it? Because I feel like it's bright in here. But no, I think you guys can see it. Here. Get a close up. Very pretty. So those are my 5 finishes. Well, four finishes and 1 fully finished item. I feel very cool. Very, very cool. All right, and let's see. Do I have any WIPs? I think I technically only have one previous WIP that I had already been working on that it wasn't a new start or whatever, or like whatever. Let me just show you that one WIP that I had. So I put a little bit more work into my what is this called? Stitching Book Club, and it's the, let me just pull it out because my brain is like mushy. Hang on. This is Stitching Book Club, and this is Little Women. Got it. My Little Women Stitch Along. So I'm not a house stitcher. I don't like stitching houses. That's probably why it's taking me long to stitch this, because I'm like, I hate house filling. So I ended up, this is literally all I did. I finished the last little bit of gray, and then I filled in the gray here, and I started to fill in the darker gray here, and that's it. So we're almost to half a house. No, I think there's technically 4 more parts in this house. I am 1/4. I'm a quarter done on this. But this is actually going to go into some plans for 2022. While we're talking about it, we can kind of like disperse it in here. My plans for 2022 is not so much WIP go, but I do want to focus on WIPs, right? I actually am not in a start all the things mood like I was last year. I think last year, because I was like getting into Flosstube, getting into Instagram, meeting all these people, like, you know, getting so dispersed into the cross stitch community that like I was seeing so many things I had never seen before, and I wanted to try stitching everything. I wanted to stitch it all. I wanted to buy it all. I wanted to kit it all. So I was like just starting and buying, right? And I think that we all go through that when we first like get into like this world, like this like community. We all kind of just like go ham, go like, you know, like just give me all the stuff. What are you stitching? I want to stitch it too. Yeah. So that was me all of like 2021 and half of 2020. So going into 2022, I'm feeling less inclined to like go hard in the paint on starting, and I feel less inclined to go hard on the paint and kitting. I mean, your girl will never stop kitting, but like I don't feel the need to like kit all day every day, because my ass likes to shop. So yeah, so this going into 2022, I'm actually going to be doing 90 days, no new starts, starting technically tomorrow, because I wanted to give myself a few days to start a few things. Which I think it's Stitches by Shelby. She started it, and I jumped on her bandwagon. And other people are doing it too, so it's not just like her, but she had mentioned it, and I commented on her video, like, me too. And I think Misfit Stitches mentioned that she was going to be doing it as well. So I know there's at least 2-3 of us who are specifically like together who are thinking of like who are doing this. I know a couple other people may have mentioned it, but yeah, so I'm doing 90 days no starts, no new starts. But I'm actually thinking about pushing mine out. I'm thinking about doing mine. Don't think I'm crazy. I'm not. I am completely sane, and I thought about this. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm fine. You ready for this though? I'm thinking about doing 6 months. What? Just, yeah, I know. 6 months, no new starts. You think I can pull it off? That's why I'm starting everything like this weekend though, right? So I could have like 6 months worth of stuff to stitch. I mean, granted, I have 6 months worth of stuff to stitch. I'm going into 2022 with, let me count them real quick because I did not count my hat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's it. 14? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 WIPs from last year that I'm taking into 2022. I finished this year altogether, I think 17 or 16 items. Let me check my phone. So I posted it on Instagram. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 things. So yeah, so 17 things. So I'm going in with pretty much half of what I had at the beginning of 2021. So that's a good sign, or like, you know, starting in 2021. I'm going in with half. That's like a good ratio. So I'm like, okay, Alexis, what do you want to do for 2022? You're not necessarily a WIP go person, because I don't like to like have to do something, right? Or like feel obligated to do something. I kind of just want to stitch what I want when I want, with a goal in mind, or kind of have an idea of what I'm wanting to do. But if I want to change it up, that's fine too. So what I'm thinking about doing is doing 6 months no starts, and going through I've already gone through my WIPs, and I pulled, right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 projects that I think I can actually finish in like maybe 3 or 4 months. I think if I focus on them, I could really like kill them. But if I finish these 6 projects in that 90 days, I would like to do another 90 days and do another like 6 projects that are WIPs, and like really like that'd be like 12 projects already by the end of the year, by midway throughout the year. Yeah, because I have a lot of kitted items, but I went through my kitted things and I'm like, okay, what do I actually want to start? And I pulled, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I pulled like 6 things that I was gonna do the 12 by 12, the 12 project by 12, 12 by 12 that Elizabeth, Hello from Liz Matthew was doing, and who else? I think Pam and Steph were doing. I think Pam from Pam and Steph was doing it, and I think Kia from Kia B had like all started this, and they were gonna do 12 new projects from like noon on New Year's Eve to like midnight on New Year's Day, and they were posting on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I want to do that too, but then I thought about it like, I really don't want to start that many projects. I want to start like maybe half. There's a couple things that I definitely want to start because I'm going to give them away as gifts. And there's a couple things I want to start because I want them up for like Valentine's Day. So I can have a couple little smalls for Valentine's Day. So I pulled 6 projects and I'm going to pull out, I'll show you guys those today. But let me just show you the 6 WIPs that I'm planning on keeping like in rotation for the next 90 days. So I showed you guys this one where I was in this one. So that'll be a project that I really focus on. I'm not going to do a full WIP parade because I just did a WIP parade probably like September. Yeah. So, and my WIPs I haven't gained any new WIPs. I've actually just finished WIPs. So I'm actually less WIPs than I started with. So I'm also going to focus on this. This is my Witchy Stitcher Cryptid Stitch Along. I'm pretty far behind. So I'm thinking about, yeah, so this will be on my rotation to finish in the next 90 days. So this one, oh, and this is on a 20 count Ada by Fiber on a Whim, and it's called Affogato. And the other one, the Little Women, is just on a basic, like cream colored, even weave 28 count. I don't think it has a specific designer. Okay. And then, or specific brand. The other one I think I can definitely finish is Two Pumpkins Bright by Hello from Liz Matthews. Is it Matthew or Matthews? Oh, it's Matthews. Okay. And this is how far I am on this, so I really think that I could finish it. So that's, yeah. There's not that much stitching. I mean, it's a lot of stitching, but I think I could finish this in a week if I just focus on it for a week. Yeah, so I'm going to work on that. That's going to be a focus project for my 90 days. And then once my 90 days is up, I will reevaluate what projects I have left and what I can finish in another 90 days. So that's kind of what my plans are. And then the next one, pull this little piece of the pattern off, is my Alice in Wonderland by Al Forrest. I'm only on part 6 and it's done. It's officially done. So what is that? 19 parts. So I got quite a few to catch up on. But I think in 90 days I can put a nice dent in this. If not finish it in 90 days, but definitely put like enough dent in it that by the end of the 90 days, I could bring it back for another 90 days and have it finished. So that's one. And that's in this bag, so. And then let's see. And then Kia picked this one out. Kia loves this one. I made this one. Me and Julie were selling this together. Well, not really selling. We just started it. And Kia really likes this. And I pulled it out and we were going through my WIPs. And I was like, Kia, what about this one? She was, I like that one. I think you should really work on it. So it is my Al Force embroidery. I think it's called the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, the Queen of Hearts. So Kia really likes this one. And I actually really enjoyed stitching this one. Even with the Krynic. It's not Krynic, but it's like that DMC Light Effects. Yeah, DMC Light Effects. Even with the DMC Light Effects, I still like stitching it. And this is how far I've gotten on it. Kia said I could definitely finish this in like a month. Which I think so. So that's just like her middle section. And the black right there is that DMC Light Effects. And it's got some beads. Maybe beads there. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's going to need beads. I don't have the beads yet. I need to go and buy them. I was like, does it need beads? But yeah. And that's a needle minder that I made. So yeah, so Kia, that's going to be a focus. I love this like silk gold. Can you guys see it? It's like a gold sparkly. This is a 28 count. Yeah. 28 count even weave. That I bought from an L&S in my area a couple months back. Maybe like last year. I think I picked this up last year. So Kia said to focus on that, which I'm totally cool with. I enjoy it. And this little bag that I made for it. And then the charm. Isn't that cute? And then this is my last one. I don't think I can finish this one in 90 days. But I think I can put a big dent in it and then rotate it to the next 90 days. And this is the 2020 Pandemic Sampler by, is it Starseeker? Starseeker. And yeah, I dyed this fabric myself. So it's my own dye. And it's an 18 count. So this is where I'm at on it. I mean, I'm not going to be able to finish a whole sampler in 90 days. I mean, if this was the only thing I was stitching on, maybe, but it's not. So let me just say, like, I could probably get like this section done and another section done for sure. Cause I really enjoyed stitching this, and I really like my colors. So and I really like this little fabric that I dyed for it. I even serged the edges. It's gonna be being bougie. So yeah, I think I can definitely put some work into that. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. Do you think my projects are reasonable, or do you think I should just reevaluate my life altogether? Probably should reevaluate my life altogether. All right, so those are the WIPs that I'm going to be focusing on for the next 90 days. If I complete these, if I don't complete these, it's cool. But that's the thing, I would like to get these done in 90 days, except for with the exception of 2 of them, because I know 2 of them probably are not going to be completable in 90 days. But nice big chunks on them. And then I have new starts. So let me show you this one, because this new start was not in my Christmas bag. This new start was not part of yesterday's like start 6 WIPs before the second. This was just a start I had started for the Christmas. And I know that people were selling it. Shannon Bromo, I think Jan Hicks Creates. She started to sell, and then I saw Shannon post about it, and then I was like, oh, let me jump on that too. But then with my passing of my family members, I just didn't get a chance to start it. So I just told myself, start it for Christmas. It'll be your Christmas start. And if you've been wanting to stitch it anyway. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm stitching it. Let me show you the pattern first. Hold on. Oh, here it is. So this is the pattern. And it's by Crochet a Go-Go? I think that's how you say it. I am not Italian, so will not get that right, but I'm sorry if I butchered it. And it's a really cute advent calendar. Yeah, it's adorable. I actually had this one in my wish list before Jan like started sale, so this gave me a perfect reason to buy it. It's not a cheap pattern. I think it's like $19 ish. Yeah, $19 on Etsy. So it's not like a super cheap pattern. So I kind of just had it like sitting in my in my cart, like I'll get to it one day, right? Because I can buy like 3 or 4 other patterns for the price of that one. So let me just hold off on it, and then I'll get to it. So I'm using all the call for DMC, and I'm stitching on a 40 count, so I did them all like shorter so I could stitch them all up. And this is a 40 count Be Stitch Me fabric, and this is what I have so far. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let me get a little closer. Let's talk about this, okay, guys. I need your guys' opinion, because this is real life. I'm actually okay with this, but maybe I'm just like losing it. Okay, so this calls for DMC Blanc, right, which is just white. You know, there's a couple different DM. There's B5200, which is a little brighter. I did not have a 40 count in a tan color. So I reached out to a couple friends. I'm like, what do you guys think about the blue? And they're like, oh, blue would be beautiful. Like, it's totally fine. Well, as I was stitching, I realized that the white doesn't necessarily pop, right? It doesn't, I mean, you can see it. And especially when you're up close, like, you can see it, right? Like, even in the camera, you can see it. But when you're up close, you can definitely see it. But, like, from a distance, you can't see it, right? Like, so I was like, okay, should I take this out and restitch it on a different fabric, or should I take it out and restitch this with B5200, which is a little brighter white, or leave it? Because I kind of like it. It doesn't necessarily bother me. I mean, yes, it'll be a nice light, but the pattern itself is like really bright. Like, there's a lot of colors in here, like greens, and you guys saw. So like, it'll pop. Like, all these colors, other colors will pop. It's just this white for the border that was like, it could go a little brighter, you know? But I'm kind of like, I kind of like it. See, like, I'll get real close so you guys can see. But it's actually kind of like it. So I'm thinking about leaving it. Thoughts? What do you guys think? Give me your lovely thoughts, because I'm not 100% sure. Let me say this. I'm like 85% sold on just like leaving it. But, you know, there's always room for like some improvements here and some constructive criticism. And I'm always down for constructive criticism. You guys can tell me how you feel. As long as you don't hurt my feelings. Well, at least not try to hurt my feelings on purpose. Other than that, go to town. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Leave it as is. Just keep going. Love it. Stitch it. Or restart it in B5200. Or just start on a new piece of fabric. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. This is why I need you guys, because Sometimes I get ideas in my mind and they're just not okay. They're just not okay. You're like, no, 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 homie. Try again. Try again. And I'm like, oh, man. Okay. So let me show you a couple things that I plan to start today. And then I have haul. And then we'll wrap this up. And then I'll show you the 2 starts that I did yesterday for my no new starts. Oh, I forgot to put one away. I'll put it away when we're done. Okay. So let me show you what I started yesterday. So it's in this cute little bag that I made. I love this charm. How cute is this charm? Isn't it cute? What does it say? Oh, and so the adventure begins. I just thought that was just a really cute charm. I don't know why, but I did. Okay, so I started. So I was at my LNS recently up in Fort Collins, and I saw this. Like, somebody was in the shop stitching it. So I was like, oh, what is that? And she told me what it was. So I went on 123 Stitch and I ordered it. And I was like, this is so cool. And to see it in person, I was like, now that's cool. That's real cool. So I was like, let me stitch it. I'm going to show you guys the model because I have a picture. I took a picture of the model, or not the model, but the one that she was stitching. And I was like, okay, that's freaking cool. Let me see if I have a picture of it. I took a picture. Here it is. But it's hard to see like on the phone, right? Because you're on the phone. So look at that. It's just not, no, not the exact same one. This is Royal Flush. Royal Games 1, and I got Royal Games 2. But whatever. I don't care. Look at that. I might still stitch this one too. Like, they're both beautiful to me. So I was like, actually, I'm going to stitch these. So I bought the pattern from 123 Stitch, and I kitted it up. DMC, all the beads, and all the Krynic. So that's all there. And I started it yesterday, and this is how far I've gotten. I got a line because I know I'm going to do other things, so I got a line in. So, and this is like the line that splits the queens in half. There's like a black line that goes like this, and that's that black line. And this is a linen. I don't remember the name. Hold on, maybe it's in here. So it's a linen. It's called Optic White. It's a 32 count. That's what it's called for. So it's like a really bright white. I'm like, gosh, that's really pretty. I'd rather stitch on this color white than stitch on like your regular white. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is bright and I like it. So I'm stitching on that. I'm actually really enjoying this one, so I might keep up with this one for the next week or so. So that's that. And what else? Oh, okay. And then I also finally started my little sampler from Stitches Through the Years. So let me pull this out. Where is it? There's a cover page. I was stitching on this last night until I went to bed, so I didn't get my life organized. So I did a conversion for this one because it called for Weeks Dye Works, and I'm not like, I don't hate Weeks Dye Works, but when I can, I try to avoid Weeks Dye Works, or I try to make like better choices or change it up because there's a little controversy with Weeks Dye Works. So I try to be like a more thoughtful person, and so I decided that I could make a conversion on this one, so I did. And so I ordered some Leo and Roxy flosses from Caroline at evertotes.com, and I picked, so the colors were like a maroony kind of colors, like, you know, like maroony pinky colors originally for the Weeks Dye Works. So I just ended up picking my own. Well, I ordered this set, and then I was like, oh, I'll use this set for this pattern. So I'm going to use it for a Valentine's display. So we've got Raspberry Puree, we've got Flamingo, we've got Tickled Pink, we've got Hussy, and we've got Bright Merlot. So those are the 5 colors that I chose. They're kind of bright. They're a little blowing and a little out. These 2 are a little darker than you can see. Then I'm stitching it on a 20 count Ada from Brandy Up Stitch Me. It's just a scrap piece I have cut off from another project. And this is a 40 count Ada. 40 count Ada. And that's how far I got. So that's 4 out of the 5 colors in. I like it. I think it'll be pretty for Valentine's Day. It's only gonna be like tiny. This is it. This is the length of it. Yeah. This is exactly how wide it's gonna be, or how long it's, you get what I'm saying. This is it, and then it goes, I think it goes about to here. So it's a pretty small. I'm gonna be able to like use the other side for something else. So I'm excited. And these are 8 yard skeins. So this is like a lot of floss for the price. Like you get a full skein. Like most overdyes are like what, 5 yards? This one's 8. So I started that. And then today, I might throw another project in here, but today, for now, I have planned to start, let me not zip my project. That'd be cute. Okay, sis. Struggle less. Okay. And the other one, the ones I plan to start today are this, The Great Gatsby. Sorry, I'm going to take it out because it's a little glary, but you guys can see. It's The Great Gatsby by the Stitching Book Club. You guys can buy this on her website on Etsy. Call for DMC. And then I have a piece of black 28 count Lugana from, this is an old piece I've had for a while. Yeah. And I was like, I was never going to stitch on black Lugana or black, I hate black, but I made it work. I'm going to make it work. Okay, and then I'm also going to stitch this one. It's for my dad for his birthday. I still have a Star Trek pattern that I'm thinking about starting for him, but I'm not sure, right? I'm not sure. I might save that for Christmas because it's a little bigger. This one I can get done really quickly. So I'm doing this one, the white with the blue, and I have the was this even weave? Yeah, 28 count even weave in there, and then DMC. So I think I've come to the point in my life, guys, where I'm not even going to be bobbinating or floss dropping DMC at all. No. So like somebody, I was on, where was I? I was watching somebody's Flosstube, and they were saying that with DMC, if you find the right end, right, like there's an end in the middle, right, and if you pull specifically from that end, you won't tangle your floss, like your floss won't get janky. And I was like, oh, so I was actually doing it last night. Like I used some of the DMC I was using for the Mirabilia. Instead of bobbinating, I just pulled it from the middle, and it comes out and it stays like this. Like I just pull out however much I need, and look, it's still like, why would I go through the trouble of taking you apart to take you apart? I'm just going to leave you and then pull like this and then cut what I need. Look at that. Oh, look, and look, cut what I need, and guess what? You're still there. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to try that for a while until it doesn't work anymore. Because more than likely it's only going to last for like 2 minutes. And I'm like, I need to bobbinate. So that's the other one I'm planning on starting. And then the last one for now, another really cute bag I made. It's a little butterfly charm. And let's see, this one is going to be, this is my first Hands Across the Sea. I got this from, I saw Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch stitching this, and I was like, oh, that's really pretty. So I kitted this up last year. Well, early 2021. Yeah, technically it's last year. I kitted this up early 2021. When I first saw Elizabeth Ann stitching it, and I was like, yes. And then the only difference is that, so in this sampler, she gave you the ability to like rechart your name here, like Alexis Henderson 2021. But actually what I'm thinking what I do is Alexis and Kia 2018, because that's the year we got married, and kind of turn this into a wedding sampler. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. And then they provided like a chart so you can like chart out your name and everything. And then I'm going to be stitching this on a 28 count mushroom Lugana. Yeah. Because why not? I think the colors will pop on there. And I'm stitching it in the Call for DMC, not the silks. Because it's still a very pretty palette. So I'm not there for silks yet. Like some silks, like out here and there. But like to kit up a whole project in silks. I'm not on Betsy's level yet. So those are the things I plan on starting. I might throw one more in there between now and like tonight. So we'll see. But I haven't decided which one that's going to be. It might be an Owl Forest. Yeah. Well, that's not true. I do want to start one more thing. So I have that freebie from Hello from Liz Matthews. I'm going to just flash it real quick because I don't want anybody to see it. But it's the Always one that she gave away as her celebration small. So I'll probably stitch up this. And then I might stitch up a Smart Starter small that I have in haul from Valentine's Day that I'll show you guys. So possibilities. Okay. So let's go over haul. And then this is not haul, but I bought this a while ago, but I'm planning on starting this today too. 2022 book of days. So whatever I start today, I will put in there. And I'll probably put what I started yesterday in here too on the first. That's all for the same thing. Coffee. Okay. So actually, before we go into haul, I want to go over to Stitchy Kindness because I received one of the nicest stitchy gifts I have ever received, even from my wife, because my wife just lets me buy what I want, right? Like, she doesn't like, that's not her thing. She's like, here you go, get what you want. So my friend Trina, who is on Instagram, and she is a commenter on Flosstube. I don't think she has her own Flosstube. I don't think so. Trina, if you have a Flosstube, you haven't told me, girl. We gotta have some words. But she's so sweet. Like, literally, like, she always reaches out. She always comments. She's so kind to me. Like, I really like Trina. So anyway, she reached out to me a couple weeks ago and said, hey, I'm gonna send you something in the mail. Can I get your address? And I was like, oh, you don't have to do that, but thank you so much. She's like, yeah, I'm super excited. And I was like, I'm super excited because I love getting stuff in the mail. So I got it in the mail the other day, and it came right on time because I hadn't told anybody my family members had passed. So when I received it, I like literally broke out in tears because I was like already emotional, and then this was really kind. So it came in this little bag. Well, yeah, I think she had everything in this little bag. Isn't that so cute? I'm gonna use this to hold my to be my Valentine's Day like craft like project bag. Why can't I get that out? I'm gonna use this as all my Valentine's Day ones. I'm gonna hold all my Valentine's Day works and projects. I'm gonna hold all of my Valentine's Day works in progress in this project bag. Okay. So first thing that came in here was this, and it's a pattern, a trio, a little Valentine's Day trio from Forbidden Fiber Co. Super cute. I'm definitely going to stitch up this one because there's a variegated thread that she sent me, and I'm like, that'd be perfect for that one. So that's that. And then she sent me these two, which I'm definitely going to stitch up for Christmas. For next year. And then once I stitch them up, I'll use them as giveaways. Same with this. Once I stitch up all these, I'll use them as giveaways. I have a giveaway for this, I have a giveaway for this Flosstube as well today, guys. Okay, sorry. Struggle is real. So once I stitch these up, because I'm definitely stitching up both, and they're going to go into my Christmas pillows for Christmas display for next year. So Country Cottage Needleworks, and this one's by, I'm not sure who, Lizzie Kate. Super cute, right? And then she sent me this. And this one is the Lizzie Kate snippet, the sleighs that everybody was showing. Like, I think Helen, is she the East Coast crafter or East Coast stitcher? I'm not sure. But you guys know who Helen is, right? And she stitched these up all the time for like gifts for her, I think her son's teachers. And she had just posted about them. And I was like, oh, that's really cute. But I didn't even know where to get these. Like, I guess I didn't go looking for them either. But I was just like, oh, that's cute. Maybe one day. And then she sent me the book. And inside it comes with I'm not going to show you the pattern, but there's a little set of beads, right? All the little embellishments. And then she sent me two sleds. Let me pull it out of here. It's glary. Look, 2 little sleds. How cute. I'm like, oh, yeah, these are going to be adorbs. Let me reattach this. Because your girl is, what's the word I'm looking for? Not dainty. I don't believe that women should be dainty. I think women should just be women. And sometimes we're not dainty. There we go. Sometimes we're tough. But look. How cute, right? So I'm totally going to stitch those up. And then she sent me a bunch of floss. So from Forbidden Fiber Co. It's called Pear. Right? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Pearl. Gosh. Does that look like an R when it's backwards? Or that's just me? No, it definitely looks like an R backwards. Because I'm reading it backwards. Heartthrob. So this is that variegated one I was telling you guys about. How pretty would that be? Especially if I stitch it on a 40 count. It's going to be like nice and small. And then this one's English Rose. How pretty is that? And I was just telling her that I was actually thinking that I needed some more pinks for my Valentine's Day stitches. I was like, oh, I need to get some variegated overdyes. Because I have a couple, but I don't have a ton. And this one's called Blush and Bashful. That's really pretty. And then she gave me 2 skeins of this one, which is really pretty. Dark cherry. So that's a sexy color. Okay, if you're afraid by the word sexy, I'm sorry, but that's a sexy color. Dark cherry. And then she sent me a piece of 40 count. Oh, she made me these little Valentine's Day floss drops. How cute are they? So there's that one. There's a bunch of different little colors, which are like perfect. And then she sent me a piece of 40 count linen. That's over dyed. Not sure. I think she gave me all the information for who dyed what. But some of the tags have like literally just like, I have dogs and a cat who's an asshole, you know, so Oh, some of them are still attached. Cool. But now I don't know all the names. But this is definitely a 40 count linen. Isn't that pretty? So cute. She got a little stitching in it. And I'm like, I almost want to leave it in there just in memory of her. And then she sent me this one, which is a Jobelin 28 count. And it's by hand dyed. I think it's Rolanda, not Rolanda. Rolanda, because it's with an A. How pretty is that? I'm like, what am I going to stitch on that? But actually, I have a couple ideas. There's a couple pixies and a couple Bella Filipina pixies that I've been eyeballing that I think will look really cute on here. And it's a nice big piece too, so. And then she sent me this last piece. Now this one tag definitely went MIA, and I'm sorry, Trina. I don't know, my cat probably stole it. He's a jerk. But look how cool that is. I'm actually thinking about stitching, I have Barbara Anna Dreaming of Garden, or whatever her garden one that came out. I think will look really good on here. It's like a dreaming girl, but she's like a garden with red hair. So I think she looks so pretty like on here, wouldn't she? Sorry, my light's blowing it out. It's bright in here. The sun's really shining in Colorado today. We got like 8 inches and it's already melting. That is the benefit and the beauty of living in Colorado. People who don't live here and they hear it snows are like, oh gosh, your winters are so trash. I'm like, if you live here, you know it's going to last like a day. Even when we got that big wind, that winter storm last year, where we got like, I think we got, my area, I think we got 32 inches. Yeah, like overnight. We were like literally snowed in. It lasted like a day. It melted. So thank you so much, Trina, for this wonderful stitchy gift. You have no idea how happy this made me in a really rough time in my life. And I just really appreciate you thinking about me and sending me such a kind gift. So thank you. And none of this will all be utilized and utilized well. So as I stitch things, I will show them to you. So that's that. And then I have haul. Okay. So I got this came in the mail yesterday. I'm not going to take it out, but I took a gray color from Brandy Stitch Me. It's called Lunar. And it's a 40 count even weave Verdal. That's my fabric of the month from Brandy. Oh. And then I'll show you my other fabric of the month. And then this is my fabric of the month from Color and Cotton. I'll actually open this one. This one's really bright. That's better. There we go. And it's like it's a little darker than you guys can see because the light is so bright in here. But it's Cobblestone, right? Yeah, Cobblestone. 32 count Lugana. And for this one, I get 1 month color, 1 month neutral. For Brandy, I'm just getting 40 count neutral. So whatever her neutral color is that month. And then, what else did I get? I got my monthly threads from Crazy Annie Stitchin'. I get 6 classic color works a month. And these are the colors that I got. These are technically November's, I think, but I'm not sure. Balsam Fir. We got, what's this one? Baking 10. I think that's their new color, actually. And then this one is Mulled Berries. Has anyone ever had mulled wine before? Let me know. I almost made it for Christmas, but it looked really intense. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't make that because I don't know how. But if you've had mulled wine before, let me know. But this is Almost Auburn. Actually, this one's I just had a skein of this I gave away. And this one's way more variegated than the last skein that I had. And then Black Coffee, super pretty. And Just Rust. So those are those. And I love these little bags that they come in. I always save them because I use them again when I give out their stuff or give out gifts or whatever. I like to reuse them. So if you guys get these, save them. They're nice. And then, okay, so I got this. Hugs and Kisses. This is one of my Valentine's Day starts. I want to start for my Valentine's Day display. So that's going to be one of my starts. And then I also bought this from 123 Stitch. Mira, and it's called Botanical Garden. I'm going to stitch that. And then I went to an LNS and I ordered this linen. And it's not the exact same pink because this is like Pepto-Bismol pink. And I'm like, ooh, that's a little pink. So when I ordered the fabric, I got like a more of a, you guys can't tell, it looks the same, but it's not. It's a little bit more purple pink, right? It's still got a little bit more purple undertones. Yeah, I'll put this behind it. Oh, so bright. But it's not as pink. So like you guys can kind of tell the difference. It's a little bit more purple. But look, that's a little better. So I got the fabric for that cut and ready to go. And then I'm not going to start that one right now, but I will, when I start it, that way I have the fabric. And then this one just calls for 1 Karen water lilies and 1 Krynic, and the rest are just DMC. So this one's not terrible to kit up. So that'll be easy. I'll probably start that in the springtime or in the summertime. That's pretty for the summertime. And that's that. And then, so I was with my sister in California recently, like not recently, like last summer. And we went to like this random needlework shop. I don't even remember the name. I'll link it because I don't think they have an online. You can Google them, but I don't think they have like a website, right? But you can Google the shop, and it's in California somewhere. My sister lives in Irvine, and this was like maybe 40 minutes from her north, I think. Yeah, I think it was north, so up a little further up. And they had this pattern in their shop all stitched up. And I asked, I'm like, oh my goodness, where do you guys get that? Do you have that? And they're like, oh no, it's out of print. Like, it's an out of print chart. It's hard to find. And I'm like, oh man, dang, I really liked it. But I went online and I kind of like did some research, and I found out that it's not necessarily out of print because Lizzie Kate is still around, but you know, you can only get Lizzie Kate from 1-2-3 Stitch. It's not that it's out of print. The way this pattern works is it's a bunch of little ones. It's a series. It's called the Boo Club. And it's a bunch of series that you buy individually, and then you stitch them up into one big one. And each pattern has 2 different patterns. Like this one has pumpkin and fright. And this lady on a stash unloading page, I think the big one, it has like, I think it's the main stash unloading page on Facebook. She was selling all of them, including the embellishments. There's like little embellishments in each one. Here, I'll show you that order. There's little embellishments in each one. So she sent me, I asked, like she said, she was selling that. I got it for a good deal. I think I paid like $30 for all of them and the embellishments. And then I got that in the mail. And then I got some fabric. So this is a 40 count legacy linen by Picture This Plus. And this is for Halloween and Hawk Run Hollow. So I finally got that linen in for Halloween and Hawk Run Hollow. And then I was on somebody's page, and I saw them stitching this, and I was like, oh, that's cute. And then I find out it's from Barbara Anna, of course. And it's a Halloween pattern. It's called October 31. And I went on Creative Poppy, and I bought it. It's so cute. So I'm going to stitch that up for next year. Yeah, it's going to be super cute. And then while I was there, I was like, oh, let me look around and see what else is there. I happened to come across a new designer I have not heard much of. It's called River Drift House. And they're also on Creative Poppy. And they have a lot of really bright, pretty samplers. And I was like, oh, that's so pretty. And this one is called the Jane Austen sampler, which, I mean, I love Jane Austen. It's fine. But I didn't even get Jane Austen. I just got like bright, pretty. And I was like, oh, the colors on this are so pretty. I wish I could say you guys could see this in person because it's pretty. And like, let me just show you guys. Because it's hard. So let me just show you guys a piece of the pattern because I want you guys to see how bright these colors are. And I was like, oh, that's going to be pretty. And then she stitched it on bright, like a bright Ada. Let me just show you guys a part. Look at those colors, right? So pretty. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's going to be for me. So I got that. I'm going to kit that up and stitch that. I already have some, I'm going to stitch this on 18 count white Ada. I think the original was stitched on 14 count per her instructions. I'm going to stitch on an 18 count. Yeah. And that's all my haul. That's it. That's all my haul. I do have a giveaway though. I bought this for you guys because I was trying to do something that could like work for winter and work for Valentine's Day because I wanted to give away something in my last video. So I'm going to give this away, and it comes with a button, brand new, unopened, brand new chart. I just bought it for you guys. And it's from Country Cottage Needleworks, and it's just a little like snowman, snow people. Because if you don't have gender roles, you could just do no hat, no bow, keep it for everybody. And it has a little heart. It comes with a little heart. And yeah, let's just put in the comments below if you're interested in winning this. Put in the comments below. Just put snow. Tell me if you guys got snow in your area. Tell me if you got snow this year, because Colorado was struggling and we just got snow. It took us almost like 3 months to get snow. And now we have enough snow to last us like a day because it's Colorado. So put the word snow and let me know if your area got snow recently, or let me know if you never get snow, or if you've never seen snow, or if you love snow, if you hate snow. I personally don't hate snow, but I don't like live for it. Like some people live for snow. They're like, cannot wait till it snows. And I'm like, I can wait. If it's not causing a drought, I can wait. But it's causing a drought, so I was like, okay, snow, come on, because we can't be out here dry, you know? So I'm not a snow fan, but I'm not opposed. So put the word snow in the comments below. And in 2 weeks, oh, I have to sneeze. That's like the YouTube nosy sneezy thingy. Ooh. In 2 weeks, I will draw a winner, and then I will send it. You know, I'll ship it anywhere in the U.S., Canada, America, wherever. Not just U.S., but like all over the world. There are a couple countries that I know their shipping is like limited to. I know Australia is one. So, and I think Australia, New Zealand, I don't remember. So if you're one of those countries that is not receiving mail from America right now, I'll hold on to it and then send it to you as soon as I am able. Or you don't have to enter if you don't want to. I get it. Totally get it. So yeah, just put the word snow below and this will be yours. Alrighty, guys. That's it. Your girl, I don't know how I talked for an hour and 5 minutes. I thought I was going to come on here and have like 20 minutes worth of conversation, but I'm a chatty Cathy. So shout out chatty Cathy this. But yeah, happy New Year, guys. Happy 2022. Thank you all for supporting me through my first year. Well, it's not having a whole year, but like supporting me from the beginning of my Flosstube journey, which was in September of this 2021. And I plan to keep on going at this time. So I just want to say thank you, and thank you to all the people who have shouted me out. I know recently I've had a couple of different Flosstuber channels shout me out, and I know that the Bougie Stitchers did, and I know that who else? Noah Stitches just recently shouted me out, and somebody else. Why can't I'm blanking? It was a really nice shout out too. My brain is literally like turning to mush. But thank you so much for all the shout outs, for all the support, for coming here and watching my vlog. Oh, it was Bobby at Pumpkin Creek Primitives. So sweet. Like I was like, she didn't know I watched her. I've been watching her since I don't even know. I think I heard Michelle talking about her one time, and I was like, oh, I like her. She's got a little sass to her. Like I invite her to the cookout. Yeah, she got a little sass to her. So yeah, thank you, Bobby, for such a sweet shout out. I really appreciated it, and I'm just glad that I got to meet so many people in the year 2021 and connect with so many of you. It's been like amazing. So just thank you for everything. I hope your 2022 is, like I said, all that you want it to be, right? Because we all have different levels of what we want our years to be and what our goals are. So whatever you're looking for, that's what I hope that you get, right? Like whatever it is. Even if you want to turn into a unicorn and fly away, I support you. You do you. Boo. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here because I am gonna drink this coffee. What time is it? Ooh, it is what? Almost 3 o'clock Michigan time? No, almost 6 o'clock Michigan time, right? It's almost 4 o'clock Colorado time, which means it's almost wine time. So I love all of you lovely humans. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.